Last night I came home early because I had a migraine, but the real headache started when I opened the bedroom door and saw my boyfriend down on one knee in front of my best friend. The lights were dim, her hands were over her mouth, and his voice was trembling as he asked, "Will you marry me?" They both froze when they saw me, and then, as if on cue, burst out laughing, insisting it was just a joke, some kind of stupid, twisted prank for TikTok. My best friend kept repeating, "We were going to tell you." But I couldn't get the image out of my head, the way she leaned into him, the way his eyes never left hers. I didn't sleep. I just sat in the kitchen replaying it over and over, trying to convince myself I was overreacting, that maybe they really were messing around. In the morning, he acted like nothing happened, made coffee, kissed my forehead. That's when I noticed his coat slung over the chair, his wallet peeking out. I reached inside for my spare house key, and my fingers brushed against a small velvet box. The ring was still inside. Tucked with it, a crumpled receipt dated last week, with her name on the shipping details. When I confronted him, his face fell apart. He admitted everything, he'd fallen for her, it wasn't meant to happen, but he couldn't stop. My best friend sobbed, begging me to understand she didn't want to hurt me, that it just happened. I laughed, maybe a little too loudly, because the betrayal wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was how numb I felt, like I'd been waiting for this shoe to drop all along, like I'd known love was just a dare we were all destined to lose. I left them in the kitchen with their apologies and their tears, walked out onto the street with nothing but my phone and my migraine. As I wandered, it hit me that I'd never truly trusted either of them, not really, and maybe that's why I'd clung so hard to both. I realized I'd been in love with a fantasy, terrified of being truly alone. The shock wasn't in their betrayal, but in how much relief I felt stepping out into the night, free at last from pretending any of this was ever real.